Motherfucking country lunatic on the beat, bitch.
Wind in my back, dust on my boots, truth in my throat and smoke in my roots. Rising, bleeding into stories untold, where wild hearts break free from being controlled. If crazy means free, then hand me the key. I'll break every rule till the rules fit me. Shattered expectations scattered like sand, my spirit unbroken, my path unplanned. They call me a lunatic, say I've lost my mind, but it's peace I'm chasing, not some clock-in grind. Left a note on the table, let the deadbolt click. Whole map, no plan, just gut and a bit. I packed those bags with more scars than shirts, gas station coffee, and a fistful of dirt. No bright ink road map, just midnight signs and a compass that lives where the ribcage shines. If the price of a dream is sleep on a shoulder road, then charge me interest, I'll pay what I owe. I'm tired of being safe set by folks who won't leap. I'd rather bleed honest than pretend to sleep. I may be crazy, but I'd rather be free, living life my own way, not how it's supposed to be. I'll take the hard road, lay beneath the stars, cause a life without passion leaves deeper scars. Call me a lunatic, hell I'm finally alive. Found my true north when I stepped outside the lines. Mama said, boy, don't you stray too far, but thunder kept humming in this busted guitar. So I tuned up the hurt till the frets ran red, sang heartbreak clean till the pain got fed. I gave myself to the music, no half measures, traded rent for riffs and debts for treasures. Slept in a Chevy, rode hooks on receipts, played dive bars empty till the floor learned my feet. I ain't a saint, I'm a sinner with aim. I gamble on grace and put gas in the flame. If failure's the toll on the bridge I must cross, then tally it twice. What I keep beats what I lost. I may be crazy, but I'd rather be free, living life my own way, not how it's supposed to be. I'll take the hard road, lay beneath the stars, cause a life without passion leaves deeper scars. Call me a lunatic, yeah I'm finally alive. Found my true north when I stepped outside the line. Desert highways and midnight trains, tattoos of memories, whispers of pain. Chase down horizons with nothing but hope, a guitar for a compass, dreams as my rope. Strangers became family in roadside cafes, where stories are traded and silence gives way. I learned that survival ain't just about breath, but about living so hard you outrun your death. Collected moments like worn silver rings, each mile a lesson, each silence that sings. New York's neon, New Orleans rain, I've danced with the bride and I've knelt in the pain. Took odd jobs midday, cut verses at night, learn how to pray without picking a side. I'm stitched by the miles, I'm glued by the grit, I'm the rumor they spread when they're scared to commit. If sanity's safe, it can stay in its cage. I'll take the wild with the wisdom of age. They call me lunatic, fine let them talk. A madman maybe, but watch me walk. Every wrong turn became right in time. A back road's just truth that refuses a line. I've seen joy and I've seen pain, watched dawn scrub diesel stains, lost loves, paid dues, stood out in the hurricane. Scars like road maps, stories etched in skin, where every wound is a doorway to begin. If I'm touched in the head, it's the hand of a dream. Sanity's small when you're scared to dream. What's the use of perfect if it starves your soul? What's the point of a body if the heart's on hold? I've danced with shadows and wrestled with light, turned every impossible into pure dine out light. Broke bread with loneliness, shared wine with fear, learned that the journey is why I'm here. I ain't crazy, I'm committed to a life that finally fits it. If it's weird that I refuse to mold, then melt that bitch down and pour me gold. If crazy means free, then don't cure me, please. I'm allergic to boxes and housebroken knees. I'll take the long way barefoot through briars, 'cause lukewarm living can't kindle these fires. They said lunatic, like it's some kind of crime. I pled guilty to living and refused doing time. I've learned to travel light, but carry the truth, to honor the old ways and sharpen the new. Bought my peace wholesale with nickels of pain, turned every never into part of my name. I ain't got fans, I got fam in the dark, who hear their own thunder when I strike this spark. If the world wants tidy, I'll give them the real rust, rain, and resin on a steering wheel. I'm not lost, I'm chosen by the unmarked lanes. I read roadkill, omens, and mailbox names. If home is a place where your lungs don't hide, then home is the wind and the miles I ride. I may be crazy, but I'd rather be free, living life my own way, not how it's supposed to be. I'll take the hard road, lay beneath the stars, 'cause a life without passion leaves deeper scars. Call me a lunatic, man, I'm burning alive. Found my true north when I stepped outside the lines. So I'll keep on rambling wherever this road goes. Boots scuff the dust while the truth overflows. Mountains of memory, valleys of grace, each step a rebellion, each breath they embrace. I was born a lunatic, yeah, I claim that fate, not living for a title or some hollow estate. Collected moments like wild scattered seeds, planting my spirit in uncharted needs. The world might not understand this restless song, but every maverick knows where they belong. When I take my final bow, I'll tip my hat to the sky. I lived it my way, I gave this world a try. They called me a lunatic, and they weren't wrong. I turned that word into a lifelong song, not just surviving, but wildly alive, hedged in the movement beyond any archive. A spirit unbroken, a heart set aflame, playing my own music, dancing my own name. Forever in motion, forever bound.